What's going on, everyone? This is Vangelis 2019, back in No Man's Sky, back in the Titan expedition, and this is part 2. Aha! Space antenna. Stop putting things in my starship. Alright, the next step is to take a photo, and from past experience, this hasn't been going well. Now, I'm going to try and do it without stopping the video. We'll see if it works, and if it doesn't, then I'll go back to the tried and tested of saving the video, taking the photo, and then saving the video footage of taking a photo. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Okay, I'll zoom out for a bit. Make sure we get the rendezvous in there as well. Hide the menu. Take a screenshot. Ah, that worked this time. Alright, I think they fixed it. Alright, next step is to claim the Chronicle 1. Nanite, Quicksilver, life support upgrade, scanning upgrade. We definitely want to install that, especially given recent events. Scanning upgrade, definitely. Oh, I actually broke that. Alrighty, let's top that up. Let's top that up. Alright, I've got a bit of inventory now. Alright, so I installed the scanner. Oh, actually, what I should have done is made sure it actually gave me at least a 6,500% boost. And it does, so we check on that. Alrighty, craft 3 hydrothermal fuel cells. Oh. Now, I don't know how to craft hydrothermic fuel cells, which means I have failed to collect or to claim By Sky and Sea. Where is By Sky and Sea? There. Nautilon. Okay, dihydrogen jelly. Oh, I need much more dihydrogen jelly. Let's get that processing. Alright, well let's hide in Shippo while that processes, because I also need to make magnetized ferrite, so there's no point in being out in the open while that happens. Alright, all I really need to do is build 3 of these, which is why I was keeping the salt and the cytophosphate. Okay, got 3 of those. Then I got a warp to rendezvous 2, pulse to rendezvous 2, jump out and take a photo. Alright, let's create a save. Alright, rendezvous 2. Actually, I think, before we actually head off, let's see if I can clear some inventory. I think I'm hanging on to stuff I don't need. Alright, sold a bunch of stuff and things that I don't need. At least I hope I don't need them. I could end up having regret. Alright, now we can properly go to rendezvous 2. Ah, conveniently just one hop, skip and a jump away. Alrighty, where is rendezvous 2? Now, it would probably help if I had rendezvous 2 highlighted as the current mission, wouldn't it? Haha. That a ways. Wowzers. Alrighty, we're right over it by the looks. Aquatic landing. Oof. It's a little on the rough side at the minute. Ah. We didn't even need to get out and swim down. We're just here. Well, in that case, let's claim rendezvous 2. Got the pressure membrane. Nice. And we've got all the stuff and the things. We've also got... Now, probably a good idea to increase our technology slots before inventory. Right, we'll get a couple of these as well. Nice. Next is install a pressure membrane. Now, was that a pre-packaged unit? Maybe not.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Why, thank you, sweet lady.
Technology installed.
That's why I had to make the hydrothermal fuel cell, I suppose. Alright, they're all touching nicely. Yeah, that'll do, pig. Oh, the sound certainly stopped. That was a bit disconcerting. Alrighty. Now, I do have to hop out and, A, take a photo, and B, build an Autolon platform. In the meantime, I can claim under pressure. Ah, there it is. Fishing rig plans, prepackaged high power sonar, prepackaged Tethys beam. Nice.
Extreme night radiation detected.
Right, I need... okay, I've got all that. Now, was the fishing rig a pre-packaged unit? Okay, they are for the Nautilon. In fact, why did I put those in my exosuit now to make sure I've got them on me? Alright, I think the fishing rig is something I need to build. It's not a pre-packaged unit. I need carbon nanotubes.
Technology installed.
Bosh, bosh, and a bosh. Okay, fishing rig. Check. Alright, the weather looks a little calmer. Not by much, but it should be enough to take a photo. Now hopefully this still works like it did last time. Snappity snap. Oh, maybe it didn't.
Radiation protection falling.
Of course it is. Alright, let's try that again. Maybe I'll go out a little further. Yes, it worked that time. Alright. Maybe you do have to go out a ways a little. Alright, now we want to build menu. We need to build an Nautilon platform. Cool beans. Install. Well, okay, if we're going to install stuff in the Nautilon, let's go to the Nautilon. Hopefully not too far from Shippo if I need materials.
Extreme radiation detected.
Alrighty. Now, I know from...
Extreme night radiation detected.
Thank you, suit lady.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Right, let's
Extreme radiation
Let's
detected.
delete that, because from past experience I know I have left litter all over the galaxy. And they do count as base paths. Right, now I need to install the sonar. Let's put that there. Let's put the engine there. I also need to install the beam. Let's put that there, why not? Now we've got to scan for a crashed freighter. Scan for crash freighters. Sunken wreck detected. 2 hours away. Well, that will never do.
Detected.
Now, hopefully we can recall the Nautilon. Now it's on the horizon there, so we want to just drop straight down onto it. Let's try it now. That's more like it. We want to drop straight down onto it. Alright, someone's dropped a convenient base. Come on, land, please. Right, probably a bad idea to get out here, but let's call in our Nautilon. Bonza. Whoa, look at that. Crush zone, okay, we've ticked that off. Alright, so that is somebody's base, and a very fine looking base it is. But I'm really searching for the freighter. So let's head towards the marker. Alrighty. Nice. Let's get right next to this red orb thing, because that's what I need to interact with. Thankfully, I've got my crush protection now. Okay, blah blah, blah blah, blah blah blah. Read log. Okay, you don't actually need to read it. Skip through that. Fathoms below, done. My goodness, even this far down, the radiation's getting me. Radioactive water, I suppose. Okay. Back in here. Don't interact with the orb. Now, it says I've got to find 3 sea glass, but fortunately for me, I already did that earlier by accident. Right before I died. Okay, I've got to scan fauna until teeming with life and divergent evolution triggers. Now I happen to know teeming with life I've already got, and divergent evolution I've already got. So that's nice. Genetic currency. I also need that. Let's have a look. Where is genetic currency? Okay. Earn 75,000 units for discovering a creature. Now, let's see. Weapon charge depleted. What? Okay. I actually didn't mean to fire my weapon, but it's probably a good idea to charge it with something. Now, let's just start scanning fauna and see if we can just trigger that one, just because we're super duper powerful in the old scanning department. Okay, anything else nearby? Just those 2 beasties. Okay, let's see if that... Aha! Easy to make a shitload of money when you're super duper powerful in the old scanning department. Okay. Right, we've got that. Now, next step, ascend back to the ship, claim divergent evolution, and field logistics. Whoops. Let's go up. Okay. Like you say, lady, we didn't need to say it twice. Okay, ship over there. In I pop. All right. Claim divergent evolution and field logistics. Field logistics. Nutrient ingester plans, packet of seeds. Divergent evolution. Claim. Oh, the crystal sulfide. And the magnetized ferrite. Alrighty. Don't know if I need to build that skiff, but yeah, I could have kept... I had 2 spare crystal sulfides and I got rid of them because I didn't think I needed them. Yeah, of course there is. Okay, next step is to install the nutrient ingester. Oh, I need the lubricant. Okay, let's make a lubricant. Nice, that's what I needed the Fecium for. Good job I didn't get rid of that. Nutrient ingester, done. Okay, next step is to... Just checking we're all good and dandy. Alright, the next step is to actually go to Rendezvous 3. Meal in a can, done. Alright. I should probably quickly create a save. Nice. A whole bunch of stuff and things. Alright, Rendezvous 3, here we come. Alright. Over there. Right, it looks like I've passed the marker now. Ooh, that looks like a crash freighter. And that looks like free parking. Alright, I might be risking it jumping out now, but let's do it. Yes, Rendezvous 3. Thank you. I don't know if I need to interact with the doodad, but we'll do it anyway. Blah 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 blah. Read log. Nice. And done. Alright, once more we have to take a photo. Now, have I learnt my lessons from previous attempts? If I actually back up a little bit from my character, hide menu, take photo, pause for a moment, back out of the menu. No, that did not work.
2 very boring minutes later.
Alright, this is somewhat annoying now. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And you know what? Inconsistency is very annoying. Because you can work with a methodology that you know works. But it's a pain in the ass when sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Actually, I know something I didn't try. Let's try this. I think a couple of times I've actually pressed and held the share button only for it to tell me that it's recording, and then I've backed out of that and taken a regular photo. Let's try that. Press and hold the share button. It says I'm recording. Do I want to stop recording? No, so I back out of that and then just take a screenshot. Taking a screenshot. Let the notification disappears. Back out of that menu. God damn it. That is the key. That is how you do it on PlayStation 5. You've got to press and hold the share button, then tell it you don't want to stop recording, then take a regular screenshot. My goodness. What a performance. But it's worked. We have got our shot. Now, we're going to claim Rendezvous 1. Movement, inventory slot, base computer plans. Okay, as far as inventory goes, I've got a fair few slots to play with. Why don't I just flesh out my actual inventory? That'll do, pig. Base computer, check. Alright, this also claim Rendezvous 3. Colossus Stew Bay. Oh, I need 2 ion bat. Oh no, sorry, 1 ion battery to do that. All right. Now, and oops. I did not mean to do that. Now, I don't know if I could do it so close to I don't know if I could do it so close to a crash radar, but the next thing is to put down a base. Let's try base computer. Blah 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 blah. Playing base. All right. Next thing is going to my build menu. Put down 3 timber floors. Then 7 timber walls. Come on. You know you don't want to go there. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1 timber rectangular door. Timber rectangular door. Oh, I'm out of pure ferrite. Alrighty, let's get some ferrite dust. Bare minimum. That'll do, pig. Okay, timber rectangular door, check. And then I want rounded timber roof. Go to camera mode so I can look up onto the roof. Alright, I think that is all I need to actually build a base. No place like home. Done and done. Now I could upload this, but probably best not to. In fact, now that I have done that, can I just delete all this? Every part you leave in the galaxy counts towards your total. Delete base. All right. And on the site of my previous base, I can now attempt to build. And in fact, let's double check to make sure it's not a pre-packaged doodad. Make sure it's not lurking. Well, actually, I could hazard protection, movement module. I need to install those. What I really need to do is install a Colossus geobay. I need 5 metal plating and 1 ion battery. Okay, ion battery.
Thermal protection falling.
Thank you, sweet lady. I've got the 5 metal plating in Shippo, that's why. Ow. Ankles. Probably a good idea to get out of the storm anyway. And in fact, why are both these 0? Right. I actually don't want to spend ion batteries now, do I? Dag nabbit. Alright, let's transfer these to my exosuit. Okay, let's move that to there, that to there. Cool beans. Alright. Let's not dilly-dally, let's just get the Colossus geobay built. And then basically I think I've got to drive forward like 1 meter.
Thermal protection falling.
Let's move that. Oops. Move that to there. Move that to there. And that will do it. Okay, again, deleting stuff we don't need anymore. Nice. Let's hop in there. Alright, what are we looking at? Warp to Rendezvous 4. Alright, let's create a save. Done. Rendezvous 4, here we come. Rendezvous 4, incoming. Alright, Rendezvous 4 is that a ways. Right, we're looking for a standard point of interest. That looks like one. And the fact that there's a save beacon next to it is a good sign. Right. No free parking, unfortunately. So let's just land right here. Alright, looks like we have to go in, maybe? Alright, let's just get in there. Look out for the nasties on the ceiling. If it will even show me.
Units received.
Okay, let's get the goop. Alright, now, once more, I need to capture a photo. And I'm going to try and write down the exact procedure. Okay, I've got the whole rendezvous point in the photo, along with myself. Oh my goodness. Alright, that was a lesson learned. You have to have the whole rendezvous point in the photo. Not just where you are, the actual place. Alright, well that's done. Okay, save. Alright, warp to rendezvous 5. Rendezvous 5, incoming. Alright, let's make sure Rendezvous 5 is highlighted. Alright, that a ways. Now, that was not there when I just flew around there. Amazing. Sometimes you just have to wait for things to actually spawn in. Right, let's land right here. Bonza. Rendezvous 5. Right, no mucking around. Okay, this time photo mode workflow. That's the word I'm looking for. Press and hold the share button. I'm not going to stop my recording. Down. Photo mode. Back out a little bit. Get the whole point of interest in the frame. Hide the menu. Tap the share button to take a screenshot. Circle to back out. And it didn't work. I mean, it can't be me. It can't be just me having problems with photo mode. on PlayStation 5. Okay, what if... Okay, so I just went straight into photo mode. I'm up in the air. I'm pointing down at the portal. Hide menu. Now, instead of tapping take screenshot, what if I press and hold? It asks me if I want to stop recording. I say no. Then just tap the photo button. Wait till the flag disappears. Come out of it. Finally. Well, that was the last one, so I can't test it on another one, but that may be... That may be the way you take photos. Go into photo mode, press and hold the photo button. When it asks you if you want to stop recording video, just back out of it, then tap the share button to take a photo. Circle it back out, and that seems to be the methodology of taking a photo while recording video. Okay, it says claim Chronicles 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Probably, oh, where did they go? There. Probably install those. Nice.
Technology recharge.
Let's get that processing. Okay, that was Chronicle, what was that? That was 2. Chronicle 3. Nanites and Quicksilver. And Chronicle 4. Nanites and Quicksilver. Okay, now it says scan the spirally birds if genetic currency didn't trigger earlier. But I know for a fact that it did. Now, where was genetic currency? Genetic currency. Prismatic feathers and diplipeds. Nice. Alright, now it also says Surveyor of Worlds would trigger after 7,000 units, but I also know that that also triggered earlier. So where was that? What was that? Surveyor of Worlds. Let's have a look. Where is that? Surveyor of Worlds. Supreme scanning upgrade and a hypnotic eye. Oh well, we definitely need to install that. Scanning upgrade. Bonza. Alright, well it looks like we have actually triggered everything that is triggerable. So why don't we just go ahead, we'll claim the reward for phase 1. Gas giant poster plans, depth warning poster plans, cartographer's chart plans. Nice. Phase 2, let's claim meal in a can. Fishing bait recipes, underwater survival blueprints. Nice. Alright, let's claim the reward for finishing Phase 2. Titan Stripes customization. Okay, Phase 3. Oh, there's quite a lot to collect here. Okay, Crush Zone. Crystal Sulfide, Glass, Pure Ferrite, Underwater Construction Plans. Okay, we can make underwater bases now. Hazard pay. Dredging laser. Ooh. Need lithium. Dredging laser plans. Supreme defensive system upgrade. Let's have a look. Where is that? Defensive system upgrade. Let's put that there. That looks like that is finished. Let's pop that in my exosuit. Let's pop this in. Should probably top that up as well.
Technology recharge.
Okay, next. Teaming with life. Automated trap. This is to collect fishies. Need more salt. Automated traps, supreme scanning system upgrade, supreme movement upgrade. Right. Okay, so scanning upgrade, let's just pop that there temporarily, then move it to there. Alright. Fathoms below. Ooh. Now I should probably start applying augmentations to my technology slots. A bit lacking there. Nice. Terrifying samples, Starship inventory. Now I think that stopped, so let's just chuck that straight back in. Living slime. Nice. Alright, so let's collect the final reward for Phase 3. Surveyor's Cape. Phase 4, again, there's quite a few to collect. Wheels of Titan. Mineral processing rig plans, pre-packaged thermal buffer. My goodness. Alright, what is this? It is for an exocraft, okay. Alright, well we'll keep that. I was thinking it can't be for a ship, eh? Alright, we'll keep that when I get my Colossus back. Yeah, I'll need a freighter and a exocraft transporter unit before that happens. But anyway, no place like home. Pre-packaged exocraft mining laser unit. Pre-packaged advanced exocraft laser unit. Yeah, looks like I definitely need to get my exocraft back. I can always build a geobay again. Alright, hazardous materials. Oh, that's the lithium I needed. Nice. Rendezvous 4, collect. Exocraft summoning unit plans. Supreme scanning system upgrade. Now, when it says, okay, so that's for exocraft. Alrighty, let's claim phase 4. Ooh, Pillar of Titan. Now, I can take it for free. I don't have to trade in my existing multi-tool. Even though it's a C-class, I did a bit of work on it, and why give away a multi-tool when you can get another one just for free anyway? Let's take it. Nice. Now, as always, when you claim a new multi-tool, it automatically switches over. So if you want to carry on with your existing multi-tool, you'll need to swap it back over. That's a thing. Okay, phase 4 done. Phase 5, quantum bedrock, polished stone, inventory slots times 7. Why was this? Okay, maybe I do need to start doing these now. Oh, I've exposed another supercharge slot. In that case, I should probably do that one, and then that one, and then that one. Yeah, maybe I need to do these now. Alright, Legacy. Exosuit inventory upgraded. 256 Quicksilver. Got a whole bunch of Quicksilver on this expedition. Okay. Reliquary. Constructible relic plans. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's what it means. Nice. Right, Rendezvous 5. Delicate Flora. Okay, that sounds like something I need to immediately sell. Okay, the Chronicle 5. Sea Glass, more Quicksilver. Alright, let's claim the reward for finishing phase 5. Surveyor of Worlds, Titan decal plans, Titan banner. Nice. Alrighty, well I guess there's nothing else to do now. Final phase. Let us collect the reward for, in fact, why don't I just to be sure, let's create a save and claim the final reward for finishing Expedition 17 Redux Titan Expedition. Cannot collect, exit starship. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a dab squid, wasn't it? Try that again. Alright, we've created a save. Let us collect the final reward for finishing Expedition 17 Redux Titan Expedition. Ooh, the Wraith. Now, can we collect this without surrendering our existing ship? Yes, we can. Congratulations, Traveller. All primary expedition goals complete. Your save will convert to a standard save if you wish to continue. Earned rewards can be collected on any save via the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion, otherwise known as Johnny 5, on the Space Anomaly. Be sure to check back for the start of new expeditions soon. Except, look at this bad boy. Now, normally I do these, do ships in third person, but I just want to have a quick check out of the cockpit. Look at this slimy, whatever it is. Is that a nostril? Is there an eye? I've got no idea. Let's hop out again. Create a save. Oh, look at the sparkly things he's floating under. Nice. Alrighty, well, I guess there is nothing left to say except thank you very much for joining me, folks. This was Vangelis 2019 completing the Titan expedition. If you like what you saw, please like, please subscribe, and I will say ciao for now. See you later.